In this video, I will demonstrate the QA testing process carried out for the Zonemart system. Zonemart system is a small e-commerce platform that supports product browsing, cart operation, order creation and payment. In this demonstration, I will walk you through 3 testing approaches. I'll start with a GET request. A GET request is used to retrieve data from the server. Here, I'm sending a GET request to the API user endpoint. So let's put the key and the value as page and size. Once the query parameters are assigned, let's check the authorization and then the headers, and let's send it. Confirms that the endpoint is reachable. Now let's get to the QA testing for order get method. For all the components, GET request for fetching data are the same. The only difference is the endpoints of the URL of each component. So here also let's go through all the steps that we have done for the login GET method. This verifies status code, response time, and the structure of the return data. Next, I will demonstrate a POST request. POST is used to create a new data on the server. In this example, I send a POST request to API orders with the order details in the body. After sending the request, the server returns newly created resource along with the status code like 201 created. The order is correctly saved. Now let's look at a PUT request. PUT is used to fully update an existing record. Here I send a PUT request to API order with all order details. The server updates the entire record and returns the modified data. So let's see how we'll do this. I confirm that every field reflects the new values, which means the full update has succeeded. Delete request is used to remove a resource from the server. Here I send a delete request to API order to remove a specific item from the cart. A successful delete usually returns a 204 number, no content status. I then verify by performing a GET request again to confirm that the item is no longer present. Finally, I will demonstrate a patch request. Patch is similar to a PUT, but it is used for a partial updates. In this example, I send a patch request to API orders and only update the order status. The server updates just a single field while keeping all the other fields unchanged. This is useful when only one value needs to be modified, such as switching an order from pending to processing. Once we send the request, we get 200 server updated. Same process repeated for payment method too. To test the payment API, we send a GET request. Now we'll test the payment API by creating a new data on the server. successfully send the post request and we get 201 created. Now let's see how to do the same thing. Send a GET request using a curl method. It's a manual API testing method. Here we are gonna send the GET request for the payment method using the curl testing method. Finally, we'll see delete method using curl for the payment, and also using a GET method to find out whether it has got deleted. These 5 methods, get, post, put, patch and delete, represent the cooperation of RESTful API testing. Together, they allow us to validate that data retrieval, creation, modification and deletion all work correctly in the system, even using manual testing or automation testing. Let's manually test the user interface. So first we'll begin with the login page. So once you enter the username and the password, once the sign in button pressed, it takes to the product button. Let me walk you through the register page and its functions, how it works. Let's see how to create a user from the register account. So first we fill out the form to give access for all the users individually. Once the form has been filled, click register and it pops registration successful alert, and then we log into the system using that registered account. To log into the system, now we can see the home page of that particular user. Let's sign out from the account and then try to register, and again has the same person to check whether is it taking or is it declining. So I'm entering the same details that I given for the last registration. Once registering, I get a user already exit message. Finally, we have came to the end of the video. Thank you.